Sheffield ended the unbeaten start of the Nottingham Panthers yesterday. Now they've got to try and do the same again. Belfast have won all their league and cup games so far, including yesterday's big win in Manchester. They start with Tom McCollum in goal over Jackson Whistle, lose Bobo Carpenter from their lineup. Grant Mismash and Pierre-Olivier Morin are late scratchers. In the Steelers' only change, Finlay Ulrich joins the fourth line. This is the first league game of the season for Sheffield. Today, plus 53 more to see if they can retain their title. Giants have had plenty of time in the offensive zone, but maybe not enough dangerous shots from their power play time so far. Conway turns it inside, and that one from Kawaguchi has found its way in. It has squeezed past Greenfield on the short side, and the Giants do have their power play goal. The spin and the shot, and Greenfield has let it go between his arm and the goalpost. Normally he would turn those ones around, but that is not the case this time. And the Giants have themselves an opener inside 3.5 minutes. Giants penalty killers doing the job, quietening this crowd. Still a little bit more work to do. The Steelers are onside. Usula drives the net, and it's not quite there. Ended up behind the goal. Usula gets it back. Now Balmas. Steelers pressing in the final moments. Wrapped around and in by Levens. The Steelers do get their power play goal. Right at the very end of it, they tie the game through Daniel Levens. Usula's feed. And wrapped into the far side of the goal by Daniel Levens. It's his 5th of the season. And it gets the game tied up bang on the 26-minute mark. It's a 5-on-4 power play goal. And there's a little bit of relief around the Utilita Arena. The Steelers are on the board. Well, the Steelers are starting to up the pressure. Here's Watling. Feeds it across and it's put in by Balmas. You just sensed it was coming. And it was Balmas who delivered it. After a spell of pressure in which the Steelers have hit the pipe and seen McCollum deny a couple of others. Mitchell Balmas with the close range finish, and the Steelers lead for the first time tonight. And here's Roach fighting his way through, and it's in from Barriger. The Giants have got themselves level. Less than 4 minutes to go. And it's Roach's drive forward and Barriger's finish that just gets under the pads of Greenfield to tie the game at 2-2. And we now get set for 3-on-3 overtime. Fasten your seatbelts. It's fast and frantic and often very fun. So Simpson against Conway on the draw. Who will get first possession? It'll be the Giants. How are they going to play this? Well, there's only really one way to play it. You've got to try and score. Pikinich didn't like his route forward. Conway. Giants bring it into the offensive zone for the first time. Steelers get a stick on it. And it'll be Simpson who recovers it. Now needs to find a pass. And he gets one across to Cormier. Both sides slow things down while they make personnel changes. Watling is one of the new skaters out for the Steelers. Usula held up as he came down the boards. Trying to win the battle against Bast. Throws it out front. The Steelers will drop it back. Tanzi's shot well blocked. And now Barriger's got onto it. And he's flipped it over the top. And the breakaway is on. Kawaguchi can't put it in. The follow-up has not gone in either. Can't believe the Giants didn't follow that in. They may still have a chance here with Bast. And the save made by Greenfield. And now it's wide open as the Giants are caught down ice. Steelers send it across. Good poke check. Terrific from McCollum. It's a clean breakaway for Barriger. He scored the equaliser. Can he score the winner? No, he can't. Greenfield denies him. This is incredible stuff. And now it's the other way. Balmas. Watling trying to get into support. Watling! McCollum makes the stop. This is terrific stuff. And now the Giants will just slow it down a little bit. And everyone tries to catch their breath. Well, this overtime period so far has been everything we advertised. Steelers break it up. Diffley. Dowd racing up on the near side. Save made. Dowd follows up onto the outside of the post. Giants don't race forward. Cooper just chooses to hold on to it. He had the option of hitting the long pass forward, but he tried to just hold on to it for a little bit longer. Make sure his team was sorted out defensively. Now trying to defend against Dowd. Gets it back from Sorcerman. He can't centre it to Valorand. Giants enter the offensive zone. Here's Lee. Trying to skate away from Ciampini. Throws it back to the point. Still Giants possession in the offensive zone. Sorcerman tried to poke it free but couldn't manage it. Thrown towards Conway, nice little between the legs pass. Lee flips it high, it's into the corner. Possession back with the Steelers and Ciampini. And they'll try and hit the break down the far side. Sorcerman. Lee comes across to meet him. 360 spin from Sorcerman. Wraparound backhand attempt doesn't go in. And the save made by McCollum to deny Ciampini. And the first whistle of overtime comes after 3 minutes and 32 seconds of fantastic action. This was the biggest moment for the Giants. Barriger clean through. Put clean through by McCollum. And Greenfield made the save. Then Steelers had chances the other way. And a timeout for the Giants. And this was Dowd. The angle was tight. If it's inside the post, as McCollum's glove kept back in time? Maybe, maybe not. We remain scoreless through 2 rounds. Here comes Scott Conway. And the puck gets through. Giants lead in the shootout. Greenfield got a little piece of it, but it got behind him. And Conway gives the Giants the edge. Here's Mitchell Balmas. And he ties it straight up. We're still level after 3 rounds now. And the Steelers will shoot first in sudden death. And it will be Mitchell Balmas again. The only scorer for the Steelers previously. He scored in round 3. He now opens up round 6. And scores again. Advantage Sheffield. Belfast are on the brink. And Ben Lake has to score. So the Giants are using a new shooter. They're not going back to one of their previous 5. Ben Lake must score. And he does! He outweights Greenfield and lifts it over him. This penalty shot competition will keep going. And it's going to be Balmas again. He scored 2. He's searching for a 3rd shootout goal. And he's done it! What a performance from Mitchell Balmas. 3 out of 3 in the shootout. And the Giants will go back to Conway. He's already scored once, but he must score again, or the Steelers take the win. Conway against Greenfield. Greenfield saves, Steelers win. The Steelers rush to congratulate Matt Greenfield, but really, this is Mitchell Balmas's night. Mitchell Balmas thought he was the game winner in the third period. He thought he was the game winner with his shot in the third round. He thought he was the game winner with his penalty shot in the sixth round. He was finally the game winner with his penalty shot in the seventh round. 3 out of 3 in the shootout. He was the only Steeler to score. And he gets to do the Eddie. He did plenty last season. An incredible campaign in which he picked up 90 points. He's drafted out Cole Shudra for a little bit of support on this one. We're going to do some javelin, and that is not a bad marker. And that's not a very generous spot from Robert Dowd. And Balmas throws it like Jan Železny. He's got a great arm. He's got an even better eye for goal. Mitchell Balmas, the Steelers' hero, as they beat the Giants in a shootout.
It's a great night, and you were star of the show. That was some game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, Belfast is a very good team. They competed hard from puck drop right till the end of the game. It would have been nice to get the job done in regulation, but I mean, like I said, they're a very good hockey team, and we're lucky to get the extra point.
You got the all-important second goal just over your shoulder there in the third period. Talk us through that one.
I think I did the easy part. You know, Levins with a great forecheck, and I think the puck was in the air, and me and Waddy kind of locked eyes, and I knew it was going to come on my stick, and I just had to do the easy job and put it in the back of the net.
Talk to us about overtime, because to watch it was end to end. It was spectacular both ways. What's it like to be a part of that?
Yeah, it's definitely nicer for the fans rather than going back and forth on the ice. But I mean, Greener made a couple big saves for us, and their goalie made a couple big saves as well. I think, you try to just limit their opportunities and keep going for us. But like I said, when you got Greener back there, we're in pretty good hands. Penalty
shot 1. Talk us through it.
Yeah, kind of watching the goalie. He kind of sits back, so just try to wait him out a little bit, and then, I was able to pick my spot there in the top corner.
Aaron went straight back out with you. Belfast didn't do that, did they? They went for a 6-shooter. They went with Lake, but Aaron went straight back. What did he say? How does that all come about?
Yeah, I didn't really know what he was going to do. He just kind of gave me the head nod, and obviously you want to be able to contribute to the team. I was kind of hoping to get back out again, and you're thinking about that second move and thinking about what you see and what you don't see. So, yeah, he kind of gave me that head nod, and I was quick to get on the ice.
And then again, goal number 3.
Yeah. Same thing, try to give the goalie a different look. First 2 times I kind of came in a little slow, so I tried to pick the speed up a little bit, and then was able to slide it 5-hole.
Would you ever add another move in you?
I mean, I told Foxy I didn't really have anything else, but I mean, I definitely would have went back out for sure. So.
Yeah. And the feeling when Greener makes the save, because Picnic goes in, doesn't he? He's one of their top players, and he's expecting to score, but Greener was just solid again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm spoiled shooting on him in penalty shots and in practice. So I mean, if you can find a way to score on him in practice, you're kind of a little confidence going against some other goalies. So he's a good guy to test in practice, and he stood tall for us tonight.
A good weekend all in all, isn't it? Because it's a new Nottingham team that we beat last night. The Challenge Cup goes straight to a semi-final, so we've got to be there in that top 2. And then opening the league campaign, it's going okay, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're happy with our start for sure. But I mean, there's a lot of elements to our game where we got to get better at and to prove on. So I think we're sitting in a good spot, obviously, but we still got a couple of gears to get going here, and we're looking to get there quick.
I won't say there's been a drop-off, but is it different playing back at the domestic level, having played those super European clubs, and then playing in the domestic competitions? Does it feel different?
Yeah, there's definitely a little difference, but different rules and obviously that kind of stuff. But I mean, our league is so good too. It's kind of a little undertaken. We're going to get a good game every night, whether it's Nottingham, whether it's Belfast, whether it's Cardiff, whether it's anyone. When you win 3 trophies last year, you got to expect everyone's best, and it's going to be like that all year. So we got to be ready for it.
Aaron, what an end to a fantastic night and a great weekend.
Yeah, big hockey game tonight. I know it's game 1 of a very long playoff in this country, so it was nice to come out on top. I thought we were actually really, really good all night long. I think we gave up 6 or 7 5-on-5 shots tonight, which is just outstanding defensive hockey. That's kind of what set us apart last year as well, and to have that type of effort from our group tonight after a tough road game in Nottingham last night was huge. credit to Belfast, good hockey team. We know that they're going to be there, all year long and be competing for this trophy. So we caught them a little bit light with some injury issues they had, and they still pushed very hard tonight. And really good hockey team. So happy for Balms to kind of get the monkey off the back with that first goal tonight of his league campaign and year, and then in the penalty shots, it was pretty special going 3 for 3, and that in this type of atmosphere with the stakes as high as they are against a good team like Belfast was great.
Talk us through the game. Obviously the penalties at the start, and Belfast got off to the best possible start.
Yeah, not an optimal start where we take a couple penalties the first 5 minutes and they find the back of the net, but like I said, I felt like I think we outshot them 10-5 in the first. After that stretch, we gave up one 5-on-5 shot in the first period. That's what you're looking for. You're looking to play solid defensively, and we feel like our offensive game will come and off of that. And we had plenty of chances tonight to score 4 or 5 goals, and goaltender made some big saves, but for us, it was defensively focused hockey tonight, and get the 2 points, which we did.
Once Mitchell had made it 2-1, did you feel that you were going to get it in regulation?
I did, and I thought we absolutely gave them nothing for a 10-minute stretch there. It looked like every time they got past the blue, they wanted to go change because they were gassed, and then they run a really nice set play off that neutral zone win there. Credit to them. We widen out, our wing and our defenseman widen out a little early there, and then Diff makes a great stick, but it ends up right on their tape and in the back of the net. So a little unfortunate way that we weren't able to get 2 points in regulation tonight, but like I said, I'm not going to complain about our effort, compete level, how we defended tonight. It's that's winning hockey.
And overtime was spectacular, wasn't it, both ways?
Oh man, my heart can't handle that type of up and down overtime. It was chances each way. There was one point where that puck was just laying on our goal line. I have no idea. Watched the video back 4 times. Still don't know how it didn't end up in the back of the net. And then penalty shots were awesome.
Yeah. And the word on Mitchell Balmas, it's a hell of a feat to do that, isn't it? And
yeah,
to stay the coolest man in the building.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there was 8 penalty shots tonight, and we went 3 for 8, and Mitch got all 3 of them, so it was pretty cool.
Adam, can you give us your thoughts following that penalty shootout?
I thought it was a great game. I think both teams will probably leave happy after that. I know it sounds weird, only getting a point, but that's a very good team. Sheffield, obviously, success they've had last season and Champions League. We retained their core group of players from last year and added some pretty good ones. So we know they're a very good team. We came in here, pretty depleted from last night. Had a tough battle last night in Manchester, and I thought the guys battled, and fought back and got a very important point here on the road. I think it's a great start. I'm always a big believer in early adversity if you handle it the right way, and our guys certainly passed that first test, so I'm very happy.
You've got so many players out of the lineup. How difficult was it for you to put out some lines tonight?
Well, it was easy for me standing behind the bench, but it wasn't so easy for the guys, and I appreciate that, and I think everybody appreciates their efforts. There was a lot of guys. Hopefully we didn't lose anyone from today a little bit. I'm sure there's going to be some sore bodies tomorrow, but we'll get some rest here this week, and got to have another big game come next weekend, right? So we got to regroup, get our rest, get recovered, and try and go again here. Right? So hopefully we get some bodies back this coming week.
Is there a part of you that feels a little sense of frustration that maybe you didn't quite nick it in overtime or the shootout?
Yeah, I mean, it gets down to a shootout, and overtime it can go either way, and I thought it could have there. Obviously, we almost had a pretty good run there, and Greenfield had made a couple of big saves at the end, but I thought, it was 50-50 there in shootout. It could have went either way. I thought, like I said, I thought we were great to a man. Tom was huge tonight for us, and we had some big plays at big times and a lot of big block shots. So all stuff that's great to see this early on from a fairly new group to us.
5 more games to come in the league between the Steelers and the Giants. If they're all as entertaining as that one, we're in for quite a season.
Yeah, I mean, we know that if we want to win anything, we're going to have to come through Sheffield, and so it's going to be big games. These are the ones that get you real excited to come out for. But that's the excitement of this league in terms of the league table. It's going to be a playoff game every weekend, and it's a taste of that for the new players that are new to this league, probably on your team and our team. That these types of games they're playoff style games, and those are little fun ones to be in.